Hey, I'm JD. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and please hit like. And I've been waiting a little while, not too long, but a little while for a part for a very old vintage Elgin pocket watch. But let's do a quick upside down watch check because my wrist cannot be twisted. This is a G-Shock. Very nice Japan G-Shock. It is solar powered. It is timed by probably Denver, I think, is where the signal is from. So it's radio controlled, and it is a very nice G-Shock. It's Japan. It's a G-Shock from Japan. What is the model on this G-Shock? Let's have a quick look. I should do a G-Shock video. It has a round case back. There it is there. Shock resistance is the GW5000U. If you want a really high-end G-Shock, this is the one to get, the GW5000U. I take it out fishing and diving and all kinds of stuff. And it is a solid product. So I'll just take this off for a second and let's get to the watch. So what I've been waiting for is a click. So right here is where the click goes, right there. And without this click, the ratchet wheel can't be held back. And if a ratchet wheel can't be held back, then the mainspring can't be wound. And so let's have a look and see if this click fits. So I got the got the part from Dave Coatsworth, Dave's Watch Parts. Just Google Dave Watch Parts, Dave's Watch Parts, and go to his website and look for the parts you want to order. And I'm going to open this up right now. This is the unboxing of an envelope. Is that possible to unbox an envelope? Anyway, it's all good. Seeing that the world is going to hell in a handbasket. There is a person named Hell in a Handbasket, you know. So that's that. Take that out. Dave has provided parts for me over the years, and he's always bang on. Make sure you give him the proper measurements. Give him the number of the serial number of the specific item you want the part for. So this is it. Got free paper there. So this is Elgin there, and there's the part right there. So I'm just going to put my watchmaking glasses on so I can do a quick install just to make sure this part fits. It should fit. It looks good. I'm praying now, okay? Hoping and praying. I think I got to cut my thumbnail too. I like to leave my thumbnail a little bit long because it's easy for opening parts or watch cases. Come on, part. This is a pretty rigid part too. I'm not worried about breaking it. It was completely missing from this watch, which makes me think that a watchmaker used it for another purpose. So this part would goes in, I think, like this. I'm not sure, absolutely sure, but it looks like it would go in like this, like that. And then the spring pushes back. I need another pair of tweezers here. The spring would push back. I'm going to get a little closer for you, and I'm going to do it live and interactive. There we go. So there is the click, it's called, and it goes in just like that. And I've got another pair of tweezers here so I can pull this back a bit, but I think it goes in like this and like that. There we go. And now the ratchet wheel, if I can find this ratchet wheel, I can show you exactly how this works. Oh where has the ratchet wheel gone? Oh where could it be? I'm looking in my parts bin here for the ratchet wheel. I know it's here somewhere. Wheels are always under other things. This is where wheels hide. They hide under other things. So this is good news that I have this. So I've got the ratchet wheel here that just doesn't want to be picked up. There we go. And I remember from my note before that the upper part, there's a little indent on the in this ratchet wheel, and it goes in like this. So the ratchet wheel would go in like this. This part would be pulled back, and then when the watch is wound, see, I don't want to stress the part at all. There we go. It's That's much better. And that would be centered like that. And then when the watch is wound, it's going clockwise, and this is just going tick, tick, tick as the watch rotates and is wound. I'm not going to wind it right now because I don't want to put it under any undue stress before this watch is reassembled. So I'm going to take a bit of stress off the part again. See if I can just move that a bit, and then pop the ratchet wheel out and then move that back and just leave it in place. I'll just put the wheel there and then put everything back into the parts bin. The watch still needs cleaning, so I just wanted to make sure that I found the problems here. So the other problem here, while I'm here I might as well explain it. So there is the plate here. I'll just explain this really quickly. The plate for this watch, this is the mainspring plate. It goes over this here like that, and there's two studs here and here that hold that plate into position, right? I apologize for my long nails. Like, these ones are okay because they're guitar nails. This one here is a bit too long. My other nails are good though. Anyway, so this screw fits perfectly. So there's a screw that fits in there. This one is loose. And what I was told by somebody, by a fellow watchmaker, is that what I can do is compress the hole size here. Now to compress the hole size, I'm going to reach back here for a sec. Sorry for doing that. To compress the hole size, I should be using a convex stake. See if I can find one. I'm going to find an exaggerated one here. Let me see if I can pull this one out here. Alright. So watchmakers said that use a stake that's like this. I think is concave or convex. Anyway, it goes inward. So the dome of the stake goes inward. And he said, then all you do, and I put a mark on here to identify the hole that needs to be adjusted. And he said if you basically very carefully pound down on this, so you put it into your staking set. Let me just set that up really quickly for you. See it, so you can see how that would work. So you've got your staking set here, and you've got to pick a flat spot on your staking set where the holes are very small, and then you would be aligning this stake with that hole perfectly, like so, and then tapping down on that, which pushes the material inward. So usually when you try to reduce a hole size, you use a domed stake on the bottom and you tap, and that reduces the hole size. But I was told that by doing it this way and doing it on both sides of the metal, it'll move the material inward, and that will allow the screw threads that are in here to grab on to the screw. So that is the solution. So there's nothing on the other end of that stuff, this here, but I would do it on this side, and I would do it on the other side. Now, I think I would use a stake, perhaps that's just a tad bigger, not much bigger, but just a tad bigger, and do that, and then see if the screw grabs. And that way I don't have to try to rethread it, but the screw itself is going to rethread this for me. If I look at the screws, I found a second screw, and this is the screw here that was the perfect size for the hole, but it was loose because the threads weren't grabbing. So that was a really nice piece of information I got from an individual, because this watch required two screws actually needed to be removed from the plates, and then let me see, I'll show you here. So yeah, so these plates here, there were two screws that had the heads chopped off, and they were embedded in here, right? And I managed to ease these out using the screwdrivers on both sides. Also a screw removal tool to loosen it just a bit, and then I eased them all out. I found replacement screws for the two that were missing. So that's done. And then the one I just showed you, I think I can just collapse that hole down a bit, and that'll grab the screw nicely. So we're going to do that in my next video. So that's pretty much it for today. I'll just take a quick look at I'll just take a shot of there's the movement. It's a good movement. And I will see you guys later. So thanks for watching my channel. Thanks for supporting my channel. And I'm going to continue working on this particular watch and get this thing all nicely working again. Thanks a lot. I'm JD.